What up, what up, what up? Auto. Today, we are going to be operating the Acela Express, or just the Acela, from Boston, Massachusetts to Providence, Rhode Island. We are doing this in honor of these Acela train sets, which will soon be retired as the new train sets are finally going to be put in service. Alright, we're trying to see if there's any... cool. I don't want to get electrocuted. Haha. Pantographs are up. Alright, let's see if I remember how to operate this thing, because it has been a long time since I've ran this train set. Do we need to cut in our brakes, or are they already cut in? Alright, we're moving. Fun thing with this route is, since I own this, you can also see some Massachusetts Bay Transit Authority commuter trains coming in and out of Boston South Station. And we also have the Amtrak Northeast Regional, which I don't see any at the current, but oh, there's one. But we will probably see more as we traverse our way to Providence, Rhode Island. These train sets were originally deployed in 2001, I believe, for the Northeast Corridor Amtrak Acela Express service. America's first modern high-speed rail service, reaching a top speed of 150 miles per hour, running between Boston, Massachusetts and Washington, D.C., making intermediate stops in Providence, Baltimore, New York City, Trenton, New Jersey, DC. I'm not sure of the full routes. Unfortunately, I don't have the full route. That would take forever in this game, just like real life. But we have two sections of the corridor. We have the Boston to Providence, and we also have New York to Trenton. Now the game is telling me I have a speed limit of 10, but the train is telling me I have a speed limit of 15. Real life, I would go with the most restrictive, but this is not real life. It seems slow. Right now it's, see, now clear 150, alright. Clear 125, but maximum authorized speed, 30. Unlike our previous videos where we ran the Metrolink commuter trains on the Antelope Valley line, which use positive train control, or automatic train control, this uses Automatic Civil Speed Enforcement System, or ACSCS. It's cut out. I'm not sure how to cut it in. By default, the game has the safety systems cut out, which I wish I could cut in, but I'm not 100% sure on how to do that for the Acela. So we're just gonna use faith and not overspeed. But we could if we wanted to. Get some more speed up in this. Don't want to be late just for me lollygagging. Got no viewers currently, but that's okay. I'm trying to build up this channel, see what happens. If you're watching this in the future, hello from the past. It is bright. There we go. Coming into our first station stop, very short distance. Boston Back Bay. It's a big transfer point for a lot of commuter trains, Acela, and I think some light rail as well. But it's our first station stop. We will get up to speed here in a little bit. Huh. There's a Boston commuter train led by an HSP 46. We'll be running those soon. It's a very awesome locomotive. I hope there's fans underneath here because obviously they're running a diesel in an underground tunnel station. Stopped a little short, but that's fine. It's fine. See, the platform's long enough for us. See, these are designed to be a full train set with a cafe car, coach class, business class, so you get food on board. Very iconic. I saw a lot of HO scale models of these growing up. Always kind of wanted one. The front piece here opens up to reveal a coupler, so you can actually couple multiple sets together. Dante, hello, what's up? I have the chat pulled up on my second monitor. I'm new to streaming, but welcome. Why are we going to, I don't want to go to main menu. Main menu on what? We got trains to run, my guy. We got trains to run, alright? Ain't he left? I don't know who that was. Someone found me randomly. Cool. I don't know why he wanted me to go to main menu, but we're not doing it. Alright, let's get her up to 30. Cool thing with this train, we have cruise control. Yeet. So we can put it in full max effort, full throttle, and the train will hold itself at the selected speed. See, so we just bumped the cruise control lever up to 60. Nope. I won't turn my headlight off, I just wanted to dim it. very nicely. So this train, you basically have 3 levers. You have, you know, cruise control, throttle, and then automatic brake valve. And what's cool is, in cruise control, it will automatically use the engines for dynamic braking. And if you have cruise control, if you put the automatic brake valve in minimum, then your throttle becomes dynamic brakes. So you kind of have to reset it, and it's kind of hard to do because I'm playing a mouse keyboard. But we make it work. See, now we can get up to 120. Yep, and there's one of our Northeast Regional trains, featuring a Siemens ACS 64, stands for Amtrak City Sprinter, and the iconic Amfleet 1 and 2 coaches, which have been obviously modernized, retrofitted, overhauled, all that good stuff. The Northeast Regional serves the same corridor, same route as the Acela, but makes more stops and is limited to a top speed of 125. So for passengers who are wanting to go longer distances, they have the option either or. If you're going all the way from Boston to DC or so, or Boston to New York, the Acela gets you there a little bit faster. So we're already above 100 miles per hour. This thing gets up to speed quickly, and my computer is struggling to process the speed and the stream at the same time. Clears, got a high ball, 120. So we are flying. And we're already up to our top speed. This thing accelerates really well. I forgot how fast this thing gets up to speed. That's the advantage of electric trains, and with this being a train set, you have what's called a power car at the front and rear, essentially a locomotive, to push and pull the train simultaneously, so you get really good acceleration. Versus the MBTA commuter trains, which you have a locomotive on one side and a cab car with the trains either pulling or pushing, or the Northeast Regional trains, which they actually turn the entire thing around. As you can see here, there's a big loop where they basically back out, turn around, and pull back in. It's a long shove movement. Yep. That's a 120 mile per hour train, looks like. Now, these units are limited to a top speed of 150. The new units, the Acela Liberty sets, forgive me if I mispronounced that, are, I believe, rated for a top speed of 186. But because of the aging infrastructure of the Northeast Corridor, I believe they're going to start out at a maximum speed of 160. Still an improvement. It adds up. 10 miles per hour in the long stretch makes a difference. Alright, I forget how long it takes this guy to stop, so we're going to go ahead and start coasting. And go ahead and start slowing down. So now I'm using my throttle, but it's actually using dynamic brakes. Okay, we need to really start slowing down. A lot. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've ran this thing. Alright, I probably should have braked a lot further back. Yeah, we're stopping pretty good. We're still just under a mile. Okay, actually that was pretty good. Once I added some air, it really came down. So now we can kind of coast in. It kind of went too fast. Kind of braked too fast. Broke too fast. Might actually need to speed up a little bit. Oh, and it froze. Now come back. There you are. It's like, come back to me. Come on. So now, we'll have a straight shot all the way to Providence. As you can see, there's a good bit of straight track right here. Yeah. You know what that means. Get to go fast. Get to go fast. Does this thing have a parking brake? Yeah. Nah. What this? Well, that's kind of cool. There's a horn foot switch and a alerter pedal. Or a, kind of like a vigilance pedal. Dead man pedal, whatever you want to call it. Alright, 30 miles. 30 miles in 20 minutes. Easy. Yeet. Oh, my cruise control is still at 3. Whoops. I was like, why are you not going? Like, bro, you should be flying. There we go. There we go. Alright, cruise control. 130. There we go. Full power to the forward engine. And since I own some of the CSX freight lines, you can see some freight rolling stock. I have to do that. It was one of the first routes I played in Train Sim World was the Sand Patch Grade, which was actually really nice because it actually taught you a lot of the basics of locomotive handling. like difference between independent brake, automatic brake, dynamic brake, how to do a hill start. It's kind of cool. Highly recommended. Even though that was in Train Sim World 2, you can still, they're all cross-platform for the most part. And thankfully with Train Sim World 5, if you use your same Dovetail Live account, you'll have access to your other routes in game, and you can do even some route hopping. So like the Acela Valley line we played was technically from Train Sim World 4, but you can play it in 5, and then you can just hop over and do the San Bernardino line. Slight curve, so we have to go down to 125. Go ahead and knock it down. Better safe than sorry. Always take the safe course. I'm sounding the horn because I'm bypassing the station platform. Yeah, you guys are staying way too close. Just way too close. Way too close. You don't want to get sucked in. And we should be able to go back to 130. Oh. So I feel like operating these would be super fun at first, and then it would get kind of repetitive because it's just same stuff, same route, and you're coasting for miles, and you're just cruise control. You just set it and go. It's like, can I only spring a boombox up here, man? Like I ain't gonna be texting and operating a train at 130. Hell no, 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 no. But you know, have some tunes like you're going for a drive in your car. It'd be nice, but it is what it is. Clear. Meow. Also, I forgot to mention, this train has tilting. So where when you go around a curve, it actually tilts more to help with, you know, inertia, passengers going so they don't get tossed around as much. You can disable it. There's actually a scenario where they're like, mechanical wants you to disable tilt lane, so it's track speeds limited, or maximum authorized speeds limited to 120 or something. You're trying to make up time with a speed restriction. Slow order. It's due to equipment, not track though, so I don't know if it would be technically a slow order or I don't know. It's a good question. It's just cruising. Hey, there's another Acela. Very nice. The entire northeast corridor between Washington, D.C. and Boston is electrified, because this is an electric train set, and it's at least double tracked. There's some portions of it that are quad tracked to allow for express trains and intercity trains to overtake commuter trains. Like out of here, oh, whoops. That's on me. Whoopsie. And we're gonna cut the stream there, and kidding, no. Obviously, I'm playing a game. I'd be more focused IRL. The commuter trains, because Boston does run, MBTA does run the commuter train from Boston to Providence, making a lot more intermediate stops that the ones that we're passing by. Ironically enough, they still use diesel locomotives, but I know they have ordered, or they're going to order, some electric multiple units, some KISS EMUs similar to like Caltrain, for the Boston and Providence line, which makes a lot of sense. It's already electrified. All right, let's go 150. You know, it's like it's already electrified. Like, you know. See, there's another intermediate MBTA stop. Now on the New York to Trenton section of this route, you'll see some New Jersey transit trains, commuter trains. Kind of cool. But those are electric locomotives with bi-level. They're similar coaches to the MBTA ones. I don't know if they're exactly the same. I don't know if they're still Bombardier Rotoms, but they use an electric locomotive. The brake systems on those work different. It's not self-lapping. It's the older school brake style, and it's kind of harder to do with mouse and keyboard. See, now we're doing 150 top speed. See, it's fast. Cruise control will not let you go faster. I thought that was a yellow board a second. I was like, oh no. Clear. Yeah, I seriously thought that was a yellow board at first. I was like, what? This game's not that realistic. I wish it was. Give me some Form A and Form Bs. That'd be cool. Maybe in Train Sim World 6. Clear. You know, some more realistic scenarios like, you know, Form A, Form B, slow orders. Level 2 heat restriction. Thunderstorms, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so you have to stop all movement. Tornado warning, then you have to try to make up time after you stop. You know, that'd be a little crazy. But they do have some scenarios where, like, you have to go rescue a broken train, or you know, you have the first train out of the yards. You have to report any storm damage to infrastructure or like tree limbs in the foul of the track. See, here's quad tracked. There's tunnels underneath for people to pass from one side to the other, because obviously you do not want people walking across the tracks. No, no, no. Because if they're doing 100, you ain't stopping, man. Oh, it's automatic. Okay, I forgot it does that. It does it over here. Oh, maximum authorized speed 80. What? Got an approach medium. See, this is why I need separate handlebars. Why? We were doing so well. See, this is where having actual levers would be very handy, because I can do it a lot faster. It's like, hold down D, that's as fast as you can do it. Hold down A, as fast as it goes. Yep, there's an MBTA commuter line. This interesting consist. Why do we have an approach medium? Means there's someone in front of me. Tell him to move. Get out of my way. Move, B. Get out the way. We're gonna keep this a family-friendly channel. No cursing. If I do slip up, I'm sorry. Why is it all the way back here? I have to go 45. Another approach medium. I don't know what yellow over flashing green is. I guess that's still an approach medium. Now we're in NORAC signal aspects. Northeast, north operating rules and codes, I think. Something like that. It's different than... It's a lot more complicated than the signals around where I live in Texas, where, or for like the LA for the Metrolink lines. Alright, bet. Froze. You can handle it, game. I know you can. Nope, we got a 60 ahead. Lame. See, it just the cap speed just changes. It's like there must be a way to know ahead of time better. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just a trained simmer. It's like a slow clear or something. See, that's new to me. All I know is clear, approach medium, approach. Obviously diverging clear, diverging approach medium, approach restricting, and obviously stop. And stop and proceed. See, this is a pretty sharp turn. Yeah, I don't know if you'd want to do 150 on that one. Nah. No. Until we're coming into out of the rural areas into city. Kind of the suburbs. Where it's like, which track does that govern? Interesting. Let's go. Level up. You know what? I'll keep cruise control on, you know. We'll just see how good it is. Oh, there's another approach medium. Called it. I know it's 45. I figured that out just from playing the game. It's 45. Because the cruise control even has a slow 3 mile per hour thing. I'm like, that's crazy. That's it. You can use cruise control at almost any speed, I feel like. Like I know, like on the Stadler Flirts and the Kisses, you tap it up and down by 5 mile per hour increments. I just know that from it was a Fox 4 special they did on Trinity Metro. They showed the cab. Like, neat. I know on the Stadler GTWs, it's just a speed hold. You put the master controller just 1 notch forward and it just holds the speed. Now on the new Acela train sets, I have no idea. No idea. No idea. Alright, well, as we wrap up, as we pull into Providence, next time we'll probably do the Acela, but from New York to Trenton, to see a different stretch of the Northeast. And that's all I have for the Acela, just the two routes. And if you hear that meowing, that's my cat who decided to get on my desk and get between me and my computer. And she's gone. Scarlet! I'll eventually get a webcam. Nobody wants to see my face. I know you all came here for the trains. Man, I am not an expert on this train. Nope, not by far. Not by a long shot. Know enough just to have fun with a simulator. That's why engineers have 180 hours training at the controls with somebody, just like a learner's permit, like a driving instructor. Alright. Oh look, MBTA commuter train. Alright, that'll wrap up today's episode of Train Sim and Train Sim accessories. Join us next time as we probably do the Acela